Hello everyone, this is Johnny. Welcome back to the OmniSparky YouTube channel. Today we got another Gym Leader Challenge Showdown for you today. So I'll be playing my Fullmetal Alchemist metal deck on the left, and my beautiful girlfriend Aisha is on the right playing her hand-matching Havana psychic deck. So I'll be going first and immediately do a quick deck check with Nest Ball. And another reminder, just like the last video, I cut out most of the shuffling in between turns just to save time, so if we go into the deck or do any shuffle draw effects but you don't see it, it was cut out into post. Aisha is just gonna begin her turn with a Buddy Poffin, only for that not to. I suspect she's got some prizing to deal with, as is the life of a GLC player, and also getting that Iron Boulder off of Nest Ball. Quick attach for turn. And I suspect we're going to see a mysterious tail. I'm going to look at the top 6 cards of her deck and grab an item card she sees there. Grabbing that Fog Crystal, opting to hold it into her hand instead of playing it and just passing from there. Draw for turn and begin with an Ultra Ball. Ultra Ball says I can discard 2 cards from my hand and grab any Pokemon from my deck. So I discard that Philippe, that Counter Catcher to get Revavroom, and immediately evolve my Vroom into Revavroom. And play Level Ball, get a 90 HP Pokemon or less, and we're gonna grab that Alolan Diglett. And we're gonna boss up her Ralts. We don't have anything else in hand, so we just hope that maybe she evolves into Kirlia and gets trapped there. Assuming Heavy Ball is going to grab Inkay out of the prizes for Aisha. And she will play Pokegear 3.0. She's going to look at the top 7 cards of her deck and grab a supporter she sees there and put it into her hand. Grabbing that Full Art Judge. Before playing that Judge, she's going to play Fog Crystal just for an energy and attach to that boulder, getting it ready for an attack any moment now. And then we're going to play that Judge. Each player will shuffle their hands into their deck and draw 4 cards. And it's just going to be a pass from there. I'm going to go into my deck with my own Buddy Poffin and grab up to 2 Pokemon with 70 HP or less and put them on my bench. Only going to get that Bronzor, but I will evolve my Galarian Mouth into Galarian Berserker. And I'll discard an energy using Revavroom's Rumbling Engine ability to draw up to 6 cards in hand. Play Soon Heavy Ball, getting Jirachi out of the prizes, and I do make a mistake here. I am going to bench the Jirachi, and I did just look at my prizes, and I know my Alolan Dugtrio's in there. But I'm going to fill out every spot on my bench, an active spot, with support Pokemon. And this will actually put me in a pickle, because now I can't take any knockouts until Aisha either plays Parallel City or knocks out one of my Pokemon. So a bit of misplay on my part, but I remember thinking I want to use Jirachi's ability and just continue to set up. And we're going to use that Stellar Wish to look at the top 5 cards of the deck and grab a trainer card. We get Evolution Incense, just hold it in the hand and pass from there, and then flip a coin to see if Jirachi wakes up, and it's asleep. Aisha's just going to begin her turn with a Level Ball, getting that Malamar. She'll also play Evolution Incense after evolving Inkay into Malamar, and she'll get the Xatu and evolve her Natu into Xatu. Just going to attach for turn and energy to Ralts and Hard Retreat, going into Mew. After a quick deck shuffle, she will use Mew's Mysterious Tail to look at the top 6 cards of her deck and put an item card in her hand. Getting that tag call and immediately playing it. Tag call says to search your deck for up to 2 tag team cards. There are no tag team Pokemon in Gym Leader Challenge, but you can grab these tag team supporters. So she'll get Guzma and Hala, and Cynthia and Caitlyn. Gonna play that Cynthia and Caitlyn. That lets her put a supporter in from her discard pile into her hand. And if she wants, she can discard a card. She'll discard Ultra Ball and also draw 3 cards. Getting that Judge back into her hand for easy hand matching later on in the game. And she will put that beautiful Golden Artisan into play and use it to grab a basic Pokemon from her deck and immediately bench it. Getting that Cresselia from Shrouded Fable. Such a fun card. Previously not played too much because it didn't vibe well with Dimension Valley, but now that that card is banned, I really think a lot of people might start playing this card in their deck. She's also going to get 2 basic energies from her deck using the item card Professor's Letter. And Zatu's Clairvoyant Sense will allow her to attach one of those psychic energies and attach it to that Cresselia so she can draw 2. Malamar will psychic recharge the energy she retreated back onto the Cresselia. She does have to pass from here, but her board is looking incredibly strong, 1 energy away from attacking from Cresselia. Flip to see if I wake up, and I do. And I'll play that Evolution Incense. Getting Bronzong. Attach energy for turn to Cobalion. Attaching that Floatstone to the Bronzong. Floatstone is a Pokemon tool that when attached to a Pokemon, that Pokemon has no retreat cost. I'm gonna play Lily's Determination for 8 cards since I still have 6 prize cards left. We'll activate Stellar Wish, Jirachi's ability to look at the top 5 cards of the deck and grab a trainer card. However, this does put me to sleep. When a Pokemon is asleep, they are not able to attack or retreat. So we are stuck in the active and just have to pass and flip to see if I wake up, which I do. Use Mysterious Tail is the perfect way to start a turn in every Psychic deck. And she will get Pokepad. Pokepad is such a good card for GLC. It's essentially Master Ball, just letting you get any Pokemon without a rule box, which is every Pokemon in GLC. And she'll get that Gallade and play Rare Candy to skip the Kirlia and immediately evolve Ralts into Gallade. She will attach an energy to Cresselia using Zatu's Clairvoyant Sense. And Guzma up Galarian Berserker. She knows this card is such an asset to my team. It's like having a muscle band attached to every single one of my Pokemon. Before ending her turn, she will use Gallade's Buddy Catch to grab a supporter from her deck and put it in her hand. Crescent Purge will let her flip over one of her prize cards to deal 160 damage and the knockout. Promote Jirachi. Draw for turn. Now with the bench spot free, I'm able to bench an attacker and charge it up with Metal Links and an attach from turn. Use Jirachi's Stellar Wish. We will put it to sleep, but I do have an Arven in hand, and I intend to go into my deck and grab a Pokemon tool and an item card. We'll get that Escape Board that lets Jirachi retrieve from the active spot even if it's asleep. Also play Town Map to flip over my prize cards for the rest of the game, and that way I know I can get my next attacker ready, that being the Alolan Dug Trio. We'll retreat out of Jirachi into Iron Crown, Iron Crown will be doing 120 damage, deleting Slash. We'll grab that Doug Trio off the prizes. As always, we begin the turn with the Mysterious Tail, see what we can find there, and we will get the Mysterious Treasure. We'll burn it immediately using the tag team supporter Guzman Hala. Aisha will discard 2 cards from her hand, and she can search her deck for a Stadium card, a Special Energy card, and a Pokemon tool. So she's pitching that Hex Maniac and that Mysterious Treasure. She'll get U-Turn Board, Telepathic Psychic Energy, Parallel City. Really hard to see against any player with a full bench. The blue side facing my way, I have to discard until I have 3 Pokemon on my bench. Get rid of Cobalion and that Revavroom. Malamar Psychic Recharge will attach an energy to Gallade. And Buddy Catch will grab a supporter from the deck. However, she played 1 too many cards and is 1 card short, so she cannot hand match and she just has to pass and miss the knockout. I'll evolve Alolan Digley into Alolan Dugtrio with that beautiful Trio Chihu attack, and bump Parallel City for Mount Coronet. Going to bench Zacian and attach energy for turn, as well as activating Bronzong's Metal Links to put an energy from the discard pile onto Zamazenta. Excuse me. With Metal Saucer, we'll put another energy from the discard onto Zamazenta and it's ready to go. We'll finish our turn by playing Hex Maniac and attacking for the knockout. That U-turn board will go back to hand after being discarded, and Aisha will attach it to Xatu and play Marnie for turn. If Aisha wants to hand match, she has to be careful to only play 1 card down to maintain a 4-card hand in order to launch an attack with Iron Boulder this turn. Iron Boulder will take a knockout on Iron Crown, and Aisha will take her 2nd prize card of the game. Jirachi Stellar Wish will look at the top 5 cards of my deck, and I will grab a trainer card I see there and put it into my hand, grabbing that Marnie. Rescue Stretcher, I will choose option 2 to shuffle 3 Pokemon from my discard pile into my deck, grabbing Meowth, Berserker, and Cobalion. Pokepad will let me get any Pokemon from my deck, and I'll grab Duraludon and bench it. I will use Mount Coronet to get 2 Metal Energy from my discard pile into my hand and attach to Duraludon, and I will bump my own Mount Coronet to bring Artisan back into play. I will use Artisan to get Galarian Meowth back onto the bench to hopefully get into Galarian Berserker next turn. Marnie will shuffle our hands into the bottom of the deck. Aisha will draw 4 cards and I will draw 5. We'll retreat into Zamazenta. Retaliate will do 220 damage because Iron Boulder took a knockout last turn. Looky, Mimikyu has hit the board, and a Copycat will be all that Aisha needs to take another knockout. Malamar Psychic Recharge will start powering up that Mimikyu, and Wondrous Patch will finish the job. Super Rod is going to shuffle back an Energy, Iron Boulder, and Mew back into the deck. and Artisan will be procced immediately to get that boulder onto the bench. I shall attach Mystery Energy to Iron Boulder, allowing it to have 2 less energy retreat cost. And to end her turn, she will use Galade's Buddy Catch to grab Lily's Determination. She initially attaches this Floatstone to Malamore, but I point out to her it's most likely better on the Gothorita, just because the Gothitail's ability only works in the active spot. And she will use Lily's Determination to draw 6. Clairvoyant Sense will attach an energy to Gothorita and let her draw 2 more cards. And look at that Gothitail with that beautiful Distorted Future ability. I shall retreat Xatu into Mimikyu, and Copycat will copy Zamazenta's Retaliate for 220 damage and the knockout. As always, I'll promote Jirachi so I can reuse that Stellar Wish ability to get a new trainer card into my hand. The grab here will be Ordinary Rod. Super Rod will send Zamazenta back into the deck as well as 2 energies, and we will immediately bring it onto our bench using Artisan. Metal Links will attach an energy from my discard pile onto Duraludon. I'll attach an energy from hand as well. I'm going to play that Teammates we got off of the prizes to grab 2 cards from my deck and put them into my hand. And evolve Duraludon into Arcaludon. Also utilize Galarian Meowth's ability to discard 2 cards from our hand and search my deck for a Galarian Berserker. And we'll evolve into Galarian Berserker, buffing all of our metal Pokemon's damage by 20. I'm going to retreat Jirachi into Arcaludon, and I see that she's got a charged up Gothitelle on the bench, so I'm going to opt to attach this Muscle Band. I know Field Blower hasn't gone down yet, but I don't want the Muscle Band to get disrupted from the Distorted Future ability. Arcaludon's Coded Attack will take the knockout, allowing it to be immune from basic Pokemon's damage during Aisha's next turn. I shall attach Counter Energy to Gallade, and Psychic Recharge will finish charging up Iron Boulder. Field Blower punishes my greed, and Muscle Band and Floatstone go to the prizes. Luckily I had 3 tools in play, so that Escape Board remains in play. Blade's Buddy Catch will grab Judge out of the deck, and Aisha will play it for the second time this game. We will both shuffle our hands into our decks and draw 4 cards. Xatu will retreat into that beautiful Gothitelle. And to get down to 4 cards in hand, Aisha will play Night Stretcher, just for a basic energy. Gonna attach it to the Gallade, activating Xatu's Clairvoyant Sense to draw 2 more cards. By benching the Mew, Aisha is able to go to 4 cards in hand and opts not to use Distorted Future and just take the knockout. As always, we'll start the turn with a Stellar Wish to grab a trainer card from the top 5 cards of my deck. We'll attach for turn to Zamazenta and activate Bronzong's Metal Links to attach an energy from the discard pile to Zamazenta. Our supporter per turn will be Raihan, finishing charging up that Zamazenta and allowing us to search our deck for any card and put it in our hands. We use Artisan to get another attacker out and benching that Cobalion. Zamazenta will go in there for 220 damage, retaliate because... And we're down to one prize card, grabbing that Field Blower. Aisha will promote Zatu. Lusamine is played, allowing Aisha to get any combination of supporters and stadiums. She'll get the Judge and the Parallel City. Putting Parallel City into play, this is the second time I have had to discard 2 Pokemon from my bench. Bronzong and Cobalion will get the pitch. And with the matching hand size of 6, Aisha will retreat into Iron Boulder, and Adjusted Horn will take the knockout. And we are both down to 1-to-1 prize cards. The next KO will win the game. Starting my turn, I know in order to use Dugtrio's attack, I need to get down to 3 cards in hand, so I will be actively burning anything I can. Field Blowers first, followed by an Ordinary Rod. I'll just send back some basic energy and some basic Pokemon into the deck. Grab one of those basic Pokemon using Quick Ball to discard an additional card from my hand. We'll get Zamazenta for the heck of it. I'm at 3 cards in hand, and I'll be able to activate Alolan Dugtrio's free attack, Trio Trihu for 120 damage, plus Galarian Berserker's Steely Spirit, making it do 20 more damage for 140 for the knockout end game. Alright everyone, so this is my Fullmetal Alchemist metal deck. I highly encourage you to check it out. Every Pokemon here is a lot of fun. We just saw that highlighted Alolan Dugtrio. I encourage you to try it out because Alolan Diglett also has a great free attack and Call for Family. And having a free attack in the deck really just takes off that energy crunch. And at the bottom you see a Blacksmith. That is supposed to be the new supporter Philippe, but unfortunately Cardboard Warriors has not updated the new set Chaos Rising. But yeah, try it out. This deck is a lot of fun, and comment your experience with it. And here we have Aisha's hand-matching Havana deck. As you can see, we got the Iron Boulder and Gothitelle, whose attacks focus on hand matching. We got Judge in the deck to ensure that happens. We didn't get to see it this game, but Gothitelle's Distorted Future is quite powerful. You pair that with Lusamine to ensure Parallel City stays up the whole game, and we got a pretty strong and oppressive Psychic deck. Go figure, right? Also try this deck out, comment how you like it. We both find this really fun, and we're glad for everyone that's watching this video. So big thank you to you guys, and we'll hopefully have some more videos for you in the future. So take care, have a good one, and play some GLC.